Hola tribe. Welcome to the House of Kai. I am Kaidim, and I am presently laying on the floor with my legs up the wall. Good timing. So, there's all this energy running through as of late. Far more intense than usual. Far more intense than usual. And I am finding it is asking of us to show up differently. To possibly increase things that we do regularly, as well as shift, right? Transform, become different, embrace that which we are. And I have absolutely been far more aware of my energy. Working on grounding it all the time, calming down. You know, it's easy to pace yourself when on camera versus out and about and doing things. And so more and more I'm giving myself permission to be so present with myself that when in public and even engaging with other people, slowing down so much that I completely connect into my being. Breathe and completely listen to the vibration of my being residing inside of this temple, this body. Yeah. And I have to say that it's an interesting experience and challenge. Allowing yourself to drop in, to breathe. The tone to which I speak is a tone and vibration that is a tone and vibration within my being. And I enjoy feeling that vibration merely by breathing. And oftentimes when engaging with other people, I leave that vibration. I separate from it instead of offering it to them. Something I'm working on. Something I think that all of us would really benefit from being more present with. And I do believe there are many, many more people doing it. Yet more and more and more I find myself wanting to only be there, only be in that space and vibration, that tone, that frequency, that breath. And I have to be honest, accepting the level of productivity that this vibration brings, and knowing that all things will be done. being present with my body and what it requires in the moment in order to be present with this vibration. We are merely musical instruments. That is all. We are these brilliant musical instruments that, when we breathe, when we inhale and exhale, we are capable of strumming many chords and playing many beats simultaneously. So often there are beings out there who strum vibrations and chords that make us sad, make us feel pain. Sometimes maybe make us feel scared, you know? And by no means do they make us yet. Their vibration, awakens that vibration inside of other beings. Right? So, like a tuning fork. They play a vibration and our beings can relate to those vibrations, so we play them back. However, when we hold the vibration of healing and love and let it sing through our beings, we too awaken that vibration in other beings. Right? We are all tuning forks. We are all these multitudes of frequencies, musical instruments being played. And it is our breath that allows the chords to be plucked and played. Okay? It is our structural body that is like the instrument itself, the container. And so depending on what shape our container is holding, it's going to change the way the frequency is played in our bodies. So, I know so many of us are capable of identifying beings that I'll find a different word, that awaken a vibration in us that makes us feel unsettled. Yeah, it awakens a vibration in us that makes us feel unsettled. And one that we can usually identify if we allow ourselves to. However, we do the same. We do the same. And I will say that, sometimes our vibration can be scary because people haven't had love that they knew how to trust. Right? When we strum authentic love. By no means perfect love. No means perfect love, because each being's definition of perfection is different. However, I know for myself, I'm always pushing myself to be in alignment all the time. However, I may not, striving, stepping towards that all the time. All the time. So, things we can do. Right? So I made this video so I could specifically bring to people's attention things we could do. Such as legs up the wall. Now, I have a wall that has a nice little space to it that I can bring my sits bones as close to the floorboard as I am capable, and And then I bend my legs. I slide them up the wall, but I keep a nice deep bend to them. And I don't allow myself to go beyond an extension of my legs that my lower back lifts off the ground at all. At all. And that's something that some people may have to work towards. You may lift off the ground a little bit, yet really ideally, I would love to have you flatten your back on the wall. There'll be a lower arch to the lower back itself. However, the sacrum itself rests on the floor. So, I've been here for a little bit, and my knees were pretty bent for a while, and, have been maneuvering around the wall a little bit. And so now they're up the wall, slight bend, heels are against the wall, knees are away from the wall, sits bones are on the wall, the floorboard of the wall, and my shoulder blades, they're not like hard down the back, but they're definitely slid down the back more. So I call that posturing up, and so that we can allow the connective tissue of the body to have an outlet to move and flow through. If the legs are in alignment and the upper torso wasn't, then that connective tissue can get jammed up or may not flow properly while you're laying there. So I find it important to stack the shoulders as well as the rest of the back and just hang out here. I am super blessed. I have sandbags, or my bags are rice bags. This is one of them. Here we go. Got a couple, right? So I have to laugh because I got them during the pandemic when rice all of a sudden became really available and on clearance. It was fantastic. So I'm going to place these sandbags or rice bags on my feet. Now that my legs have been rested and my sacrum's rested, I'm going to place these sandbags on my feet. So I can absolutely tell you that in the short time of making the video, I have moved through multitudes of different emotions. There are multitude of rivers of nerves running through one's sacrum. We have nerves and veins and arteries, and oftentimes overlooked when people are speaking about the structural body, yet they are a primary focal point when I look at the structural body. When nerves and arteries and veins are impinged or blocked, they actually create the structural body to reshape itself differently. The body is brilliant, and it knows not to kill off an artery or a nerve, right? Do its best to always keep those alive, because they're so much more difficult to rejuvenate versus muscle tissue, right? And don't be fooled, they are, and it is capable to rejuvenate nerves and arteries. However, your body knows, and it's brilliant, that those, you don't risk those. You minimize risking those. So things like legs at the wall are not just for, aches and pains or changing the structure or letting the fascia go, depending on what level of perception you're capable of understanding of the human body, what you're benefiting from. The longer you lay here and you allow yourself to really be present with the bones of your body, the nerves and arteries start to rethread themselves through the sacrum and up the legs, and it's a little bit slower of a process. And I will say that when they move, there are deeper and deeper waves of emotions that go with them. They carry a lot more messages, I have found. And so it's a beautiful experience. It's kind of great to know that. So as I lay here and rejuvenate my body, I'm going to do some deep breathing, focusing on elongating my breath from root to crown, and then eventually work on drawing that breath in from the arches of my feet through the inner line all the way up the root to the crown, letting it go, allowing this breath to move through, allowing the connective tissue to melt, and the bones of my body to fire up, right? I often am static. I call it static activation when in poses like these, or I intermittently utilize static activation in order to move things through faster. Yeah. So on that note, I'm going to drop in because I'm dropping in. And I apologize for my slowing down even more and maybe drawing this out a little bit, because I am definitely dropping into my body and I'm holding a phone over my face, and I think what I'm going to do at this point in time is let that all go. So I hope you got something out of this tonight, or whenever you watch it. Yeah. Being present with our breath. Being present with our breath. And listening. Listen to the vibration that your body is making. Listen to the sound, the music of your own soul, your own spirit within the body. It's such a precious gift. It's a precious gift. Peace out, tribe.